How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today, I want to talk to you about Workhorse. I've not talked about the stock in a long time, but one of the things that I kind of pride myself on this channel is to give you guys the most updated information as quickly as possible. So while I am not personally invested in Workhorse anymore, I sold, I think, right around 21 or 22 a couple months ago when they announced that the USPS contract was going to be put off for a while. I still want to cover it for you guys so that you know kind of my thoughts and opinions on it, because I have a lot of people asking me. And I will be honest, on a day when the market is red like this and there's so much turmoil in the market, I really don't wish this upon anyone. I really don't want to see Workhorse drop 30%, or it dropped from 28 to 22 within minutes. I don't like seeing that, even though I'm not personally invested. I know a lot of people lost a lot of money on this, and it's something that I just don't like seeing, but I want to cover it for you guys. So if you guys like this, if you guys like, maybe not what's happening here, but if you like me covering it, just let me know. So in the future, I give you guys update videos. I'm sure for a lot of you, you don't know the news, but please hit the like button. I appreciate it. It shows me that you actually want these in the future. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't done that. If you guys want to get this information earlier, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in the description down below. I told them right when I heard this news, and then also I told them what I was buying earlier in the day too. We bought some dips, got a couple percentage up on a couple stocks that were really hit hard. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out. I also did put up a video that I'll put up later this week, but I gave it to them a little bit early today. There's also a link down there to BlockFi in case you want 8.6% on some of your stablecoin. It's a really attractive offer on days like this where you're like, maybe I would like a little bit of stable income without having to worry about the fluctuations. But we're talking about Workhorse today, and this has been hit hard recently. If you look here, it's down 36%. It's down to $20 a share. It was suspended for a while, but now it keeps on dropping. And what happened was the USPS just announced that they awarded the contract to the multi-billion-dollar modernization of postal delivery fleets. Now, just right off the bat, stay through further in this, because it's not that they gave all their vehicles or their entire contract to Oshkosh right away. So they did not give it to Workhorse. There's no mention of Workhorse in here. If you look, Workhorse is not in this whole post. Contract was awarded to Oshkosh. So the thing with that is, again, they're not putting this entire contract in Oshkosh's hands right away. They were very clear that they didn't want to give it to one company, but so far it looks like that's kind of the way that they're leaning. They at least are telling them that this is the only company so far that's working with them. So you can see Oshkosh actually jumped a lot, but we'll just go through it here for a second. So they will finalize the design of the next-gen delivery vehicles, delivering up to 165,000 of the U.S.-built vehicles over the next decade. The investment is part of the soon-to-be-released 10-year plan to transform the USPS. The modernization to reduce USPS fleet costs and greenhouse gas emissions as cleaner technologies such as electric powertrains, power carrier routes. They have a video. I tried to watch it. They were just on a recurring screen, so they didn't actually show anything. But they announced that Oshkosh will be winning this new contract. Now, they gave the initial $482 million investment that will help them finalize the product design. Over the next 10 years, they will assemble 50,000 to 165,000 of these vehicles. They have quite a range here. The vehicles will be equipped with either fuel-efficient internal combustion engines or battery electric powertrains. Now, the contract is only the first part of the multi-billion-dollar 10-year effort to replace the Postal Service's fleet. The fleet right now has more than 230,000 vehicles in every class, including purpose-built and commercial off-the-shelf vehicles. Approximately 190,000 will deliver mail 6 and often 7 days a week. We can go through that. We don't need that. But basically, this is not their entire contract. So the award is an indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity contract, meaning that after an initial dollar commitment, the U.S. Postal Service will have the ongoing ability to order more of these next-generation vehicles over a fixed period of time, in this case, 10 years. So Oshkosh Defense is evaluating which of their several U.S. manufacturing locations will be best suited for this. So This is the first part of the contract. Some people that are holders of Workhorse still believe that they will get part of the contract at a later date. You can see it keeps on falling. Some people still think that they'll get part of the contract at a later date. Some people don't care. Some people want to hold this forever. Now, some people think that Workhorse just in general has a very bright future. So that's something to consider, right? Maybe years down the line, they actually grow quite well and are able to produce a lot of vehicles and deliver a lot of vehicles. For me, the reason I got out of it was a while ago. It was because they delayed the contract again, but also because I haven't seen good delivery numbers, right? I think in Q2 of last year, they produced 2 or 3 vehicles. In Q3, they were looking to produce 150 to 200, I believe, and they produced 7. So for me, having them get more and more orders didn't really matter if they were not going to be able to deliver on them. So for me personally, I'm not buying this company. I know there are a lot of other companies that haven't produced any vehicles that are valued a lot higher than $2 billion. But for me, I don't want to catch a falling knife. Maybe, in the future at some point, if it comes to a value low enough, I'd be interested, assuming that they actually start getting higher delivery numbers. But right now, I realize that there's going to be a mix of emotions. Some people are probably buying this dip. Most people are just panic selling, getting out as quickly as possible. And it continuously is dropping. Now, I'm not buying Oshkosh either. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into them too much. This is a really big contract for them. They are a $7 or an $8 billion company as of now, but they're just a much bigger company in general. So number of employees, 16,000 as opposed to Workhorse, which has like less than 1,000. So that's just something to keep in mind. I have not looked into this one as deeply, but maybe I will over the coming days. If you guys want me to, just let me know. But again, this is not something that I want to see, even though I sold out of the company. It's not something that I ever want to see for anyone else because, them losing money does not help me at all. Maybe if I was in Oshkosh, maybe that would help me. But, that's not something I like to see. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see my video earlier today on a couple stocks that I felt were undervalued, I think a couple of them actually have risen up a little bit. I'll put it here on the end screen. Then just another video on Warren Buffett and his thoughts on stock market crashes and corrections. And this is more just for your general state of mind. I'll put that up on the end screen too on the lower part. But I find that is very calming in days like today, hearing someone like Warren Buffett talk. So I did a video on it just a little while ago. It's not really relevant to Workhorse because it's very different, right, when you're talking about an individual stock with high risk, but it's something to keep in mind as your portfolio is down today. Again, if you want the link to Patreon to see exactly when I'm buying and selling, get news like this a little bit earlier, you can definitely check out the link down below. You can also sign up for BlockFi for that 8.6% APY on some of your stablecoin. And if you want to start buying, it has cryptocurrencies on there too. So if you want to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum on this nice dip, they pay you a nice interest rate on those too. So definitely check that out. I've been using it a lot and I have maybe half my net worth in that account. So consider that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Check out one of these ones here. Bye.